This episode of Tonight in San Diego is brought to you by The Belly Up Tavern. Broadcasting from Ocean West Studios in America's finest city, this is Tonight in San Diego. This week's guests, comedian and actress Lauren O'Brien, and tonight's musical guests, Rob Deez and Kenny Ng. And here's your host, David Vaughn.
What's up, San Diego? How you all doing tonight? You excited? It's season 2. We're back. Bigger, better than ever, of course, right? Jeez, but seriously, what about San Diego State right now? Blowing it up? Blowing it up. They better have won because this is going to show after the game and that's happening like right now. That's all I got to say. I'm in deep otherwise. How are you, T-Lynn?
I'm good. You know, I'm getting over being sick.
You too?
I got sick once and then it came, I don't know, it didn't want to leave me. So
It's the Tonight in San Diego disease. It's communicable. It's just going around.
that's what happened, exactly.
We need to kill it from its source.
Kill it with fire.
We'll find its evil lair and we'll slay it. Well, disease is behind us. We're excited. We come here no matter what. We put on a show. That's right. You got it, you know? That's what we have to do. So, we do have some amazing guests on tonight, but before, we of course have our first segment, the local headlines. The San Diego Zoo's newest addition, a baby gorilla, very cute, very cute, has just been reunited with its mother after having a rare cesarean birth. Go figure. So now with its family, it can learn to do things like play, communicate, and how to throw feces at park's guests. Nine Inch Nails and Soundgarden have reunited for a North American tour this summer, also called the Quick, Come See Us Before We Look Like Aerosmith tour. San Diego kids from around the city got to visit Petco Park for a brand new science fair that they just released. Their kids learned how to avoid things like water pollution and how to save endangered species like the burrowing owl, as well as how not to end up in jail like Justin Bieber. He's had enough. We're done. A telescope in the South Pole has just taken photographic images of ripples in space that scientists are trying to confirm as being remnants of the Big Bang. To confirm this, they contacted Senator John McCain, who was there when it happened. A little girl from Oklahoma broke the Girl Scout box selling record by selling over 18,000 boxes of the cookies. So now she's on tour, visiting many different people, selling Girl Scout cookies, promoting the brand, and of course visiting all of the hospitalized victims who she induced into diabetic comas. Too many Thin Mints. They'll get ya. Last week, a 4.4 magnitude earthquake happened in Southern California on St. Patrick's Day. Because it happened on the holiday, they're calling it the Shamrock Shake. But unlike the McDonald's Shamrock Shake, this one didn't give anybody diarrhea. Speaking of diarrhea, Taco Bell released its first ever breakfast menu this morning, with new hits like the Waffle Taco and the AM Crunch Wrap that are sure to be hits in and out of your underwear. And that concludes this week's local headline. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We have a fantastic show ahead of us. We have Lauren O'Brien here, very hilarious, actress and comedian extraordinaire. And also we have the hilarious and awesome music of Rob Deez and Kenny Ng. So super hilarious show. I'm really, really, really excited. Been looking forward to this for weeks. I know many of you have as well. But we have, a slew of things to do while we were gone. I'm sure you were able to catch up on some Netflix, maybe some, pirated stuff from the internet, whatever you're into. But a show that I've been recently into is American Horror Story. Anybody like that show? Yeah, well, they just did one called Coven, and now they said that their next season is going to be called Freak Show, and it's going to be at a carnival, basically. So we came up with a list of 7 different ideas for season 5 that would be pretty scary places and themes for American Horror Story season 5. Let's start that up. So number 7, scary place, a spray tan booth starring Paula Deen. Number 6, Jack Nicholson's waterbed. Number 5, 7 Minutes in Heaven with Steve Buscemi. And number 4, The International House of Hairless Cats. Number 3, John Goodman's Toilet. Number 2, Courtney Love's Mouth. Think about it. And then stop. And the number 1 scariest place for American Horror Story Season 5, The Eternal Chamber of Snooki's Voice and Distasteful Nudes of Guy Fieri. Pretty scary. Terrifying. Couldn't imagine being in John Goodman's toilet. 12 episodes. All right, you guys, when we get back, we're gonna have the hilarious Lauren O'Brien here. We'll be back right after this.
From the East Coast, and my mom, she likes to kind of like keep me in the loop about people I grew up with to make me feel bad about myself. So she'll tell me like when people are buying houses and having kids and stuff like that. And the other day she was like, Melanie Guerrieri is your age, and she has 3 kids. I'm like, that's the 3rd worst thing I've ever heard about Melanie Guerrieri. She's like, what about Katie Weisberg? She's your age, and her husband are trying. I'm like, Mom, you know that trying just means that she's having sex over and over again? And she's still not pregnant? Good news, Mom, I've been trying for like 15 years. I'm trying harder.
Welcome to the stage, Lauren O'Brien!
She's a lady. She's a lady.
How are you today?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah?
How are you?
Thank you for coming.
Thanks
we
for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Yeah.
It's
So
very fancy.
Oh, we do what we do
Yeah.
when we here.
Is
You
it
know what I'm
Italian?
saying? It's something. It's animal, I think.
That's what I say
or
about
Ren.
all my men.
So you're up.
I
don't know what that means either, but I liked it. So you're up in LA right now,
I am,
correct? And
yes.
you are an actress extraordinaire, comedian.
I am. All
Yes.
of those things, yes.
And how's all that going?
It's going okay. It's a day-to-day thing. Some days are really, they seem like I'm on the up and up. Things are going to go really well. And then other days, not so good. Not so lucrative, not so productive, not so anyone wanting to talk to me. So,
Well, I've heard that you've had some pretty interesting experiences when you've been, I heard you had kind of an embarrassing one while you were miking up.
Yes.
And hopefully that wasn't just a few minutes ago.
No.
Okay.
It almost happened again. This is a theme with me. I have to remember when I'm going to be on set, I'm going to have to wear it. So you have to clip on little microphones back on your pants or your bra or whatever, somewhere where you're not going to see the microphones. And I was on set the other day and they put a sundress on me. Well, the only place to put the mic was up my dress, and I wore a thong that day. So, and he also had to wrap something around my waist, and it had to be skin colored for it to work, so he could clip it onto the band itself, because there was nowhere on the dress. So I had to just sit there for about 5 minutes, just holding up my dress, while this sweaty and embarrassed. Everyone was just so embarrassed. The sound guy was just, he's like, I think I've got it. No, I've got to start over again. So it was humiliating.
I think it was on purpose.
I don't know. I don't know. It was not a comfortable situation. Yeah.
But you made sure to Instagram it, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, absolutely.
Everything has to be on the internet these days,
Yeah.
or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, do you ever run into celebrities when you're up there? I know that's such a San Diego thing to ask people from LA.
Yeah, I see them, like, I actually have, like, physically ran into celebrities before.
Oh, physically? Okay, then
Physically
you have to tell that story now. You
Yeah,
realize.
well, I
Okay.
have two, actually, that involve, well, one was a fake sighting, one was a real sighting. Which one would you like first?
Let's hear about the fake one.
So the fake
right.
one. Okay, so I was running, and I'm running in the neighborhood. It's like dusk, and I see Ryan Gosling running towards me. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I have to like play it off like he doesn't, he probably gets stared at all the time, and play it cool. And I tried to like not make eye contact with him, but instead I ran smack into. There was a porta potty that I guess my neighbor was getting construction done, so and I ran, it just blended, it was like a blue color, and it was kind of dark, so I just ran right into it, and then I looked up, and it wasn't even Ryan Gosling. So that was, yeah. Fake, classic, what did I say? The classic fake Ryan Gosling poo slam.
The real fake Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
If it hasn't happened to you, it'll happen eventually. And then the other one I actually ran, I was like really distracted, and I came around a corner and ran into a man that was holding 2 pizza boxes, and it was Ron Perlman, who is Hellboy. He's Hellboy, and he's also in that show, or was in that show, Sons of Anarchy. So. Those are my fantastic.
Did his pizza go like everywhere?
No, it wasn't like very cartoonish. He's a very strong man.
Yeah, he looks burly.
Very burly. So he had a grip on the pizza.
That's good.
Yeah, he kind of kept, and I ran smack into him, and he was like, "Don't worry about it." He's very, very smooth, very giant head.
Well,
As big of a head as you can imagine.
keeping it all together.
Yeah. So it's going great, I guess you could say.
That's a very positive note.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of upcoming shows and things do you have for your comedy?
I come back to San Diego all the time. Woo woo.
Yeah, come on.
I'm doing really strange things. I come back to San Diego all the time, so a lot of my shows that happen are in San Diego. I'll be here April 11th and 12th at the American Comedy Company. I'll be opening for Heather McDonald of Chelsea Lately.
Awesome.
So that's exciting. So yeah, you can go to their website to get tickets. But then a big thing that we also have coming up with a fellow comedian, Jesse Egan, is actually in the audience. But he will be on a tour. We're doing a tour called the Home Cook Comedy Tour. So it's myself, Jesse Egan, Jeff Bilodeau, and another comedian, Dewey Bratcher. They're all local guys. And we're hitting up the East Coast for a 10-day tour.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Starting in July, I believe we start July 11th. So you can find us on Facebook, Home Cooked Comedy Tour.
How fun.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it'll be me and 3 dudes in a hotel room, so.
Only one.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We haven't worked out the details, but we'll see. I guess depending on what smells happen, we'll have to decide from there if we're split up into 2, so.
I was in a band for 7 years, and I'm going to tell you,
Yeah.
that's scary.
I'm sure there's,
But you got to do what you got to
yeah,
do.
there's some shamrock shakes happening in there,
Yeah,
I'm
no
sure.
shamrock. You got to ban certain food items.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are you all allergic to?
Yes, exactly.
Don't eat it.
I think everyone's allergic to beans based on the reaction. So.
And Shamrock Shakes.
Yes, and Shamrock Shakes.
Exactly.
And Taco Bell. So.
Well, we loved having you on tonight. Thank you
you
so
so
much
much
for being
for
here.
having
You
me.
guys give it up for Lauren O'Brien. Come on. Do you have a website we can pitch?
I do, yes.
Okay, what's your website?
It's at laurenobrien.net.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it can get easier than that. We'll put it up on the screen, too, okay?
Fantastic.
So thank you so much for coming out tonight. Hope you had
Thanks
fun.
for
Yeah?
having me.
Give it
Yeah.
up one more time.
Thank you.
All right, when we get back, we're going to have Rob Deez and Kenny Ng. So tonight we have an awesome ticket giveaway from the Belly Up for Catch a Fire. It's gonna be Tuesday, May 20th, and these tickets are gonna go out to our studio audience. So gonna give those away in a bit. I want you guys to all introduce, give a huge round of applause for Rob Deez and Kenny! What up, fellas? How's it going? How's it going?
Fantastic.
Please sit on the beautiful couch. Your hair's a little bit shorter than the last video I saw.
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter.
It's looking
I'm
rad
sorry.
though. It looks rad.
It
I
looks
do. I
okay.
think it looks
Oh,
rad
thanks.
for sure. You know.
Yeah, I had that
You
hair
know?
for 9 years.
9
Yeah,
years.
9 years, and then just recently cut it off. Yeah, so it was a big change. I cried a little.
You cried a little bit.
He's been getting a lot of action though.
And by action, he means, whoa, you cut your hair off. That's pretty much the thing that everyone. They don't say if it's good or bad. They just say you cut your hair off. Like, yeah.
Did you film it at all or anything?
No, I really wanted to, but when I was talking to the woman who was cutting my hair, I was like, I'm kind of nervous about this. I'm not really sure if I'm ready. And she's like, oh, just don't worry about it. Just relax. And I was talking and trying to walk myself through it, and all of a sudden my hair was in my hand. I guess I'm ready.
You had to be at that point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or you could just have a lopsided haircut. You could make it. You could make that a thing.
I could.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah.
It looks good.
be
That's what I'm trying to
Skrillex.
say. You know.
Yeah.
So, how are you guys tonight?
Good.
I am stuffed actually.
Stuffed?
There was the food truck earlier, and I thought maybe today I would try and eat healthy so I could be slimmer on the camera, and then that did not happen.
We don't allow such things here.
Yeah.
We like to eat. So I understand that you work for Mercy Hospital,
I do.
correct?
Yes.
And you've done some good, some good stuff for them, like performing and everything.
Yes,
So
they have.
tell us a little bit about
They
that.
occasionally have these employee talent shows, and I'm talented. So, yeah, it's so I've written songs about my job and stuff like that, and about a year ago I did a song. I took the lyrics to Baby Got Back and wrote Patient Got Prep, which is about the bowel prep that they have to take before getting a colonoscopy. And that song did very well. And the director of HR contacted me about a week ago because she's doing this presentation for all these executives at the hospital about cutting costs. And so I've written another song for the executives. And I'm hoping to climb up the ladder, maybe get $100,000, salary type of job just because of this. But yeah.
For sure. And, I mean, usually when HR calls you, it's to tell you to not talk about bowel
yeah,
stuff.
exactly,
Yeah, so that's
when,
pretty awesome.
When they said the director of HR is on the phone for you, I'm like, oh no.
What'd I do again?
They found out.
They found her.
I didn't know that elevator had a camera in it. Is the thing.
That's a true story.
So you also had some trouble coming up with your album name, correct? What happened with all that?
Well, I had an album. I have it still. It's on iTunes. It was called Fisher Price, my first CD, and I put it on the iTunes, and then Mattel filed a complaint, and I got an email, and it was trademark infringement. And I guess someone's job is to type, Fisher Price, blah, 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 and find any examples of not it being theirs, and they found this. So I changed the name of the album to Trademark Infringement, my first CD. But the funny part is like throughout the album, I'm referring to the name of the album, which is still on the album, which is Fisher-Price, my first CD. So it's just Trademark Infringement, like when you type it, but it's actually still Fisher-Price, my first CD.
So you're saying Mattel didn't actually listen to
No,
your
they
CD?
didn't listen.
They
They didn't listen.
like the music. They just wanted the
Googled
name
it.
off of it. Or maybe they did listen to it, which is why they didn't want it to be named
Yeah,
after
maybe.
you.
That.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a kid album, I'll be honest.
Now, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but my understanding is that you can make fun of things, and you could, I mean, technically, you could do
Satire,
that,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Under
Yeah.
satire? I don't know.
I
We should
don't.
consult people who know.
Yeah.
We clearly
Who's a
don't know.
lawyer?
All I know,
Tell us.
I'm working on another album, and this album, the first album was called something that it shouldn't have been called, but it featured no actual infringement other than that. This new album the name is Kosher, but there's samples like all over the place that we do not have the rights to. So I just learned like you can, as long as it's not, typable.
But like, what kind of samples are you talking about?
Well, this album features some local people. Allegra, Kelsey Little, Tori Rose, Kenny's on it, but also 2 Chainz, Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres is on
Ellen
there, Method Man.
DeGeneres.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
She's doing her bit from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. So,
But I'm sure like Tori Rose and they're cool.
yeah, they came
knew.
in. They actually came into the studio.
Okay, so
and-
that was official.
Yeah, Kanye just phoned it in.
Gotcha. Whatever makes it happen, right? So what upcoming shows do you guys have so our audience can go see you guys?
Well, we got 2 shows tomorrow night, but this show will air after those shows have taken place.
Okay.
So, let's just say we play at Southpaw downtown almost every Saturday night, which is like 8th and J next to Petco Park.
Awesome.
Like 6 to 10 or something like that, 5 to 9. Yeah. Go on the Google, type Rob Deez or Kenny Ang, and find us that way. We keep the people posted.
Perfect.
That was really good self-promotion, Rob.
How did you guys get that shtick at the
Just we know a guy, Jake, who kind of sets up a lot of these shows, and we've been doing this whole acoustic duo for what, like 2 years, 3 years now? Just like playing at bars. I don't know. It's been too long. Most of the time we've been drinking, so
Yeah.
it's really hard to remember. Yeah. So we've been doing this for a while and playing at places like that, and so people just see us and ask us to come play at their place, and we're like,
Because, I mean, we're amazing.
yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. Which you might see later today, and you might disagree. Who knows?
Yeah. It's a lot better to say you're amazing and then not actually have to prove it.
Yeah.
Well, now you're gonna have to prove it because we're gonna have you guys up on the stage in just a few minutes. You guys excited for that? So right after this, we'll be right back with Rob Deez and Kenny Ang.
Thank you. The song's called Not a Friend. It's about what happens when you're interested in a lady and you tell her, but then she's like, no, we should just be friends. And you're like, all right, and you move on with your life. But then she keeps coming over to your house late at night in sexy pajamas. It's very confusing. Girl, you got me split right down the middle. I wanna hit you up, but only a little. Tempted to shoot you a text, or maybe blow up your celly and let you know how I feel. But I know what you would tell me. You'd say that we are just friends, and that it wouldn't be wise. Well, girl, I bet you suck at poker, cause I can see right through your lies. And so I'm staring at the clock, cause it's just a matter of time. And I know that before too long you are gonna be mine. 'Cause my friends don't hit me up at 12 o'clock at night and then come to my house. And my friends do not initiate tickle fights when we're alone on my couch. And my friends don't come over in sexy pajamas, which is not their style. And my friends don't bring 240s to watch recordings of Man vs. Wild. But you do. But you do. That's what I like about you. You don't even get mad when I get drunk and grab your boobs. And that's cool, times 2 plus 3.5. And I like the fact that you're good at math and you know how to make me laugh. Do you remember the time you let me crash in your bed? Absolutely no funny business, that's what you said. I had to work in the morning, you let me borrow some scrubs. And I wore them even though they were 2 sizes too small. Now that's what I call love. 'Cause my friends don't let me borrow their scrubs, not that I've ever asked. And my friends don't watch me walk away and then compliment my ass. Those scrubs were so damn tight, girl, they were bursting at the seams. But in bed next to you that night, I had the nicest dreams.
Oh, that's so nice, Rob.
X-rated themes. So what's it gonna be? I don't mean to seem impatient, but the song is almost over and I'm getting sick of waiting. I said it ever since I met you, I've been trying to get a kiss. And if this song don't do the trick, well then I'ma be pissed. Sometimes I like to think you're just testing the water. Well girl, if I am a test, you are making me harder. I said you could be the Scantron, I'll be the number 2 pencil. And I'll completely fill those holes, not just a little.
Just fill 'em in.
'Cause you know,
Yeah, just fill 'em in.
smart crowd here in San Diego. You know that I'm a nice guy, but I'm about to get aggressive. And bounce like Tigger on that ass, 'cause it is impressive. You keep on playing games, but you don't gotta pretend. I hate to break it to ya, but you're just not a friend. 'Cause my friends don't hit me up at 12 o'clock at night and then come to my house. And my friends do not initiate tickle fights when we're alone on my couch. And my friends don't come over in sexy pajamas, which is not their style. And my friends don't bring 240s to watch recordings of Man vs. Wild. And my friends don't randomly stretch and unintentionally make me think about sex. And my friends don't get drunk and hold my hand and then ignore my texts. And my friends don't stand me up on Monday nights at 9 p.m. And my friends don't inspire me to write songs about hooking up with them. But you do. But you do.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight in our first episode of season 2. Please remember to like our page at facebook.com/Tonight in San Diego. You can also visit our webpage, tonightinsandiego.com. Get some tickets to next week's episode. We're doing this every Thursday for the next 5 Thursdays here in San Diego. Give it up one more time for Rob, Deez, and Kenny A.
And it said our days are numbered.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I give today about a 6. My skies are clear with the chance of thunder. My reactions always mixed. I don't know why I do what I do. I don't know why I say what I say. I don't know where I'll be in a minute, but I'll call you when I get there. I don't know why I do what I do. Don't know why I say what I say. I don't know where I'll be in a minute, but I'll call you when I get there. Yeah, yeah. I wrote your name upon my skin, yeah, to keep my wheels between the lines.